From the campus of Iowa Western, you're watching your hometown information station, CBTV 17.
This week on Council Bluffs News, Community Pride, a Council Bluffs native's work on public display. Then, Bill in the Bluffs. Former President Bill Clinton makes a stop in the city, plus all of your Iowa Western news in this week's Reiver Beat. That and more on this week's Council Bluffs News. Hello and welcome to this week's Council Bluffs News. I'm James Lathrop. If you've been to the Pottawatomie County Courthouse lately, you might have noticed Grant Woods' Corn Room mural hanging in the main lobby. On October 30th, new art unveiled in the courthouse, this time by an artist a little closer to Council Bluffs.
Raise the curtain.
A moment years in the making. Five paintings from a Council Bluffs native, now safe and sound in the Pottawatomie County Courthouse.
I would like to thank everybody for coming out today and to honor Lewis Grell.
In 1887, Lewis Grell was born in Council Bluffs. At the age of 10, he could draw better than most of his teachers.
They decided to send him to Europe to get some real official training.
He spent more than 12 years in training. In that time, the Omaha World Herald referred to him as the child prodigy of child prodigies.
Of 3,000 art students in Europe, he was the #1 art student of 3,000 kids of their learning art.
After his return, Grell moved to Chicago and taught at the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts. There he instructed one of America's finest cartoonists.
Walt Disney in 1917 and 1918 was one of his students. We've been able to confirm this through family archives and the Walt Disney family.
Although he spent most of his life in Chicago, Lewis never forgot his roots, returning to Council Bluffs on a regular basis to visit family.
And he would also bring a painting to them. So they accumulated quite a collection of paintings on their own.
28 paintings to be exact. Lewis's sister, Helen Grell, held on to the paintings, eventually willing them to the Council Bluffs Public Library. That's where Dick Miller found them.
And they looked like very good paintings, and we wondered who was that. And I remember Mary Carpenter, who was up there, said, well, that was Lewis Grell.
Since 1999, the paintings sat in a storage room in the library.
And the problem is, he said, is that we don't have a place to put them. We don't have a place to show them that is very secure.
That set the ball rolling on a project to find out, who is Lewis Grell? On the trail, Dick met Richard Grell, Lewis's great-nephew.
Thank you, Richard Miller. You have done quite a bit to help our family out.
After some convincing, they went before the County Board of Supervisors and proposed, along with the Grant Wood Memorials, they hang Grell's work as well.
It was just a no-brainer for the supervisors and the auditor and the treasurer and all the other officials in the courthouse to allow this to happen, and I think it's just great.
A long road to the spotlight, but now the fine work of Grell showcased at last. Executive Director of the Bluffs Arts Council, Laurel Ronk, tells me the 5 pieces will be on display for about a year. Then they'll be exchanged with others from the collection. The Grell family has recovered about 70 paintings. Not an easy task, being Grell rarely signed his work. It's not every day you run into a former U.S. president in Council Bluffs. Lately, the city has seen a handful of politicians pass through with the election in our midst. Now you can add one more to the list.
Again, welcome President Clinton right here to Council Bluffs, Iowa.
The Secretary of Explaining Things is here.
Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
October 31st, President Bill Clinton stopping in Council Bluffs on behalf of the Obama campaign. First commenting on how much has changed since his last visit.
I was driving in from the airport today and I was looking at all, and I said, Gosh, I'm getting old. None of this was here the first time I came campaigning in Council Bluffs.
All jokes aside, local residents appreciate something most campaigners don't have: clarity.
He covers the issues very well, and he gives us point by point the differences between the two candidates.
And I also think he's really clear on the Obama platform and the Obama's program.
It's unbelievable. He just expresses himself so well.
Being clear? Only half the job. Accuracy is key too.
His integrity, the fact that he really pulls people together by giving them the true facts, giving them the real information that's out there.
Robert Johnson likes the former president's attentiveness to the issues.
I like him because he has always cared about building a kind of base for the future.
The stop in Council Bluffs is one of many political visits from both sides the city has seen. Iowa's swing state status gives justification to the visits.
Well, Nebraska's a state where they know we're a red state. That's it. I think Iowa, they feel that they have a chance. They have a chance to get to Iowa.
George Yapel says it's due to Iowa's level-headedness when it comes to making decisions.
And our voters on the average are pretty thoughtful. You know, they weigh out the issues, and they kind of consider the country ahead of a party when it comes down to their actual votes.
President Obama made his final campaign stop right here in Iowa, where 4 years ago the Iowa caucuses gave him that jump start on the road to the White House. With Thanksgiving right around the corner, the Open Door Mission, as usual, does its part in helping those in need. This time with the help of some Iowa Western students. One of our own, Jem Brinklow, has more.
Over 600 volunteers make it possible.
It's really great.
November 3rd, the Open Door Mission serving up a Thanksgiving feast to the less fortunate.
It's a really good feeling to know that these children are getting something good and their parents can feel good about leaving and having what they need for the day.
Some volunteers come with their church, others are just middle schoolers trying to make a difference in somebody's day.
I kind of like watching the people come in, and then when they leave, they seem happier and stuff. It's kind of nice.
By the end, roughly 10,000 meals are served to hundreds of full bellies, made possible by the generosity and labors from others.
And nobody knows more about hard work than the Reiver soccer teams. Both Iowa Western men's and women's soccer teams are here dedicating their time out of their busy schedule to help those in need.
Both Reiver ball clubs have seen their teams reach top 5 rankings this fall, the women recently punching their ticket to the national tournament. They say, however, nothing can compare to that warm feeling of helping others.
We feel like, giving our contributing to the community and stuff is definitely worth the hard work.
It's great for the kids to be able to get out and to get a real glimpse of what the world is actually like, and to be able to give a helping hand where we're a little bit more fortunate maybe than some others.
Families who attend the event also get a tasty bird for Thanksgiving delivered to them on November 30th.
At the Open Door Mission, I'm Jem Brinklow with Council Bluffs Television.
Thanks, Jem. Halloween is often known as the holiday for the kids, going from door to door, collecting candy, and sometimes creating random acts of mischief around the neighborhood. This Halloween, those a little older were found at the Squirrel Cage Jail. Listen closely now. Nevermore Paranormal making a stop in the spookiest jail in town to talk about the jail's paranormal history. The group talks with visitors and plays samples of spirits recorded in the jail. Investigator Nick Greger says EVPs are among the most common things to go bump in the night in the cage.
Every time that we spent the night here, we get some sort of activity, most notably electronic voice phenomena, also called EVPs. Some people call them spirit voices. Essentially what they are is sometimes responses to or just random commentary from things that are in the jail that aren't human.
Spooky. The Squirrel Cage Jail is open to the public Tuesday through Saturday for a small fee. The jail is located at 226 Pearl Street, right here in Council Bluffs. Coming up after the break, we've got the list. Get your pen and paper ready for some great things to do around the city. Then Mary Jones joins us from the Council Bluffs Animal Shelter for this week's Pets of the Week.
So, are you going out tonight? I can't. My parents say I have to be home right after work. That's so gay. Totally gay.
Ugh, that is so Emma and Julia.
Why are you saying that's so Emma and Julia?
Well, you know, when something is dumb or stupid, you say that's so Emma and Julia.
Who says that?
Everyone.
Imagine if who you are were used as an insult. When you say that's so gay, do you realize what you say? Knock it off.
Mom! Mom!
What?
You can't find Ichabod.
What?
You don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. There are thousands of teens in foster care who would love to put up with you.
Traditional light bulbs actually generate 9 times more heat than light. Switch to Energy Star light bulbs, and you'll realize just how much cash you are really burning through. Saving energy saves you money. Learn more at EnergySavers.gov.
Welcome back. And here's what's coming up this week in Council Bluffs. Thursday, November 8th, meet Bill Durbin at the Council Bluffs Public Library. Bill is the author of El Lector and The Darkest Evening, both winners of national awards. He'll be at the library discussing his latest book. It all starts at 7 p.m. The Council Bluffs Public Library is at 400 Willow Ave. Friday, November 9th, see The Music Man Jr. at the Chanticleer Theater here in Council Bluffs. The production runs through the 18th with shows at 7:30 on Friday and Saturday nights and 2 p.m. on Sunday. For more information, 712-323-9955. Friday night is also the second Friday of the month, which means it's a celebration of art, wine, music, and shopping that will take over downtown as part of Second Fridays. It's all going down between 6 and 9 p.m. For more information, go to secondfridays.wordpress.com. November 10th is the Veterans Day Parade in Council Bluffs. It starts at 11 a.m. at the corner of 9th and Main Street. Also Saturday is the Hawk Watch at the Hitchcock Nature Center in Honey Creek, Iowa. See the eagles on their majestic migration from 1 to 3 p.m. Are you looking to adopt a pet? Maybe a dog, cat, or even a rabbit to keep you company around the house this winter? The Council Bluffs Animal Shelter is the perfect place to gander at the lovable and adoptable animals, some of which are in this week's Pets of the Week with Mary Jones.
Hi, welcome to the Council Bluffs Animal Shelter. I'm Mary Jones, founder and president of Soulless, support our local animal shelter. And this darling dog with me is Harley. Now, most of you realize that I usually gravitate to the smaller breeds, but this guy is a gentle giant. He truly is. He's 9 years old. He's already been neutered. He has a current rabies shot. He has a microchip, and he's ready to go. Look how calm and wonderful this guy is. He just wants someplace to come and hang out, lay in front of the fireplace. This is Harley, file number 1871. I'd like you to meet Hunter. Hunter was originally adopted from the Nebraska Humane Society. He's a combination of hound and Vizsla in a beautiful red coat. He has lots and lots of energy. What he truly needs is some obedience training, and PetSmart is the greatest place to go for dog training. If you're interested in Hunter, who has already been neutered, he has a current microchip, a current rabies shot, he's here at the shelter waiting for you, and his file number 1960. Cats come in all sizes, and this one is one of our big boys. This is Stripes. Stripes is 5 years old. He was found walking around the Council Bluffs with a black harness around his body. So I don't know whether somebody was taking him for a walk and he got away or what the deal is. But he is wonderful. He's a brown tabby. He's a short hair. And he's just, oh, what a love this cat is. If you're looking for a cat to love and to join your family circle, come meet Stripes. File number 1690. I'd like you to meet Jasper, who was actually deserted by his family. The people moved out and left him to fend for himself. Luckily, the neighbors next door brought him to the shelter, and now he's here waiting for you to come and adopt him. Jasper has part Manx in him, as you can see. All he has for a tail is just a little kind of stub. But he is a wonderful, wonderful boy. He's dressed in a blue and white suit, and oh my, what a little love this guy is. If you're interested in Jasper, who actually walks on a leash, his file number is 1974. I want to remind everyone out there about the soulless upcoming Chinese auction that will be held on November 10th at the center, which is at 714 South Main. The timing is 9 to 3 p.m. And some of the wonderful items that you could take home with you are a television set, a membership to the center. Now, there's a couple stipulations on that one. We have 100 minutes of tanning and lots of other wonderful items. Please join us at the Chinese auction on November 10th at the center, 714 South Main Street from 9 to 3 p.m. You'll have a marvelous time. We look forward to seeing you there.
Interested in adopting a pet? Call the shelter. Their number is 712-328-4656. Coming up after the break, Marie Zeitner joins us for this week's Reiver Beat.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
Come here.
I love you, Dad.
Welcome back. I'm Marie Zeitner with the Reiver Beat. Not one, but how about 2 Halloweens? These little critters take advantage of the Student Center on Tuesday, October 30th. Lions, cowboys, and cats. Oh my. The Student Center turns into a friendly version of Halloween.
We're here tonight because this is a great event for families. Iowa Western faculty, staff, student families. It gives the kids a safe environment to go around and do a lot of different things in a nice small area. It's with a controlled temperature. So
it's all part of the trick-or-treat night at Iowa Western. Students from organizations such as TRIO help make this night a success.
Tonight I'm helping out with this event of Halloween for the little kids, and this area is our section for TRIO, and since I'm a leadership, I'm taking the role of like supervising and decorating all this stuff for the games and events.
Caitlin Wiley volunteers to help with registration. She plans to work with children in the future, so this event is something she would do again.
Had a lot of fun with it.
Almost everything you can find at a pumpkin patch is recreated in the Student Center. Helpers greet the kids with crayons and pictures for them to color. Other events include a balloon man,
A pig.
no one
A pig
the game room turns into a pumpkin patch, and after picking the perfect pumpkin, the kids paint whatever face or design they choose. After all the hands-on fun, the kiddos trick-or-treat around the center for some sweet candy. After all this fun, it's a wonder if these kids will be able to handle 2 Halloween nights in a row. Trick-or-treat night has been available at Iowa Western for several years. It's only open to staff, faculty, and students with young children. You won't find this class just anywhere at Iowa Western. Students learn to put on makeup to look like scary Halloween creatures. IWTV student Shanti Shaknoza has more.
Iowa Western Community College is getting into the spirit today. Halloween gets tricky when students are showing their abilities to create a look by painting their faces. This opportunity is provided to students in a stage makeup class.
Makeup is such a interactive class in terms of students feeding off of one another. Every time you have a different group of students, it's different, just the way that they kind of bounce off of each other. It doesn't always stay the same.
The class is offering at the college for 6 years, and each time students surprise the instructor with their tremendous and unique looks that was created by themselves.
I remember one time, it was the first time I taught the class, some girl did a distorted mermaid, and she embedded seashells into her face. So that was really cool. Generally the ones where people go really far outside of the box and usually bring in something from the outside, those end up being the best.
The student comes up with her own unique idea.
I don't really have like a actual character. I just kind of started playing around with stuff, I guess. So I guess these are kind of like bullet wounds.
The students learn to create a professional stage makeup for different characters and roles, like they did Halloween today, that will help them in the future. I'm Shanti Shahnoza, back to you, Marie.
It's time to retire the crazy costumes and faces until next year. We hope you had a fun and safe Halloween. A week before Election Day, and the Reiver Beat caught up with students about their opinions about who should be president for the next 4 years. Some students know who they're going to vote for.
She's more for the middle class, and my family is a middle class family.
Because the healthcare thing, a lot of my one of my cousins is disabled, so it helps him. And then because Obama supports gay marriage, so that's a big one.
I just think the last 4 years have been really bad, and we need to change.
Others are undecided.
I think either one of them go to the office, we'll just do the same.
Kind of wish I was kind of registered to vote, but oh well.
Either way, people aren't going to be happy, so.
And for those who are not yet able to vote but want to in the future,
I know that soon enough I'll be a citizen and my voice will be heard.
Iowa has been a big player in the presidential race. With the candidates neck and neck, it's hard to say if Obama will get a second term or if Romney will take office in January. Next up, a new club is forming on campus and is getting great response. IWTV student JENSEN sits down with Douglas Clark about Vets Club for a Reiver Beat Spotlight.
Hello, I'm IWTV student JENSEN. Today in the Reiver Beat Spotlight, we are focusing on our fellow classmates who are veterans. Student and Army veteran Douglas Clark saw a need for veterans on campus and started the Veterans Club. Thank you for joining us today. First of all, we'd like to thank you for serving in the War on Terror. Tell us a little bit about your experience.
I joined the military when I was 17. I was sent to northern Alaska. I did 4 years there, but deployed from there for 13 months to Iraq, and spent my last 2 years down in Fort Riley in Kansas.
All right, what is the Veterans Club and what is the need for such a club?
The Veterans Club is going to be an organization to where I can bring veterans on campus together. There's a very high population of veterans here on campus with a, unfortunately, very low success rate. Due to the needs of veterans being different from normal students, there's no help for us here. And I want to bring a program to Iowa Western to where a veteran can go and feel safe to talk to somebody, get the help that they need to succeed in school, because it's family to me. You don't let family fail. And to me, the most important thing is making sure a veteran can come here and succeed.
So being a veteran today is obviously different from being like our great-grandparents or our grandparents being a veteran. What are some of the differences that you see in that?
World War I and II veterans and Korean and Vietnam veterans were all taught that it's more of a, you're a man. You deal with it. You find a way to make it happen. You don't ask for help. You don't have problems. Today is a different society, and I'm very grateful for that because it's a real thing. People have problems. People have PTSD like myself. There are reasons we are the way we are. And a lot of people who haven't had our experiences don't understand that. And it's okay now in today's world to ask for help that you need. And that's what I'm trying to do here is provide a place for a veteran to come and say, yes, I need that help now.
What can staff and students on campus do to help get this club going?
The biggest thing that anybody could help us do is get rid of the stigma. The stigma of you're a veteran or if you have PTSD, as soon as somebody hears you have a problem, instantly they say you're broke. And they become sort of frightened of you and they don't want to deal with you. They think you're crazy and you need locked up. I need people to open their minds and realize that these veterans, these men and women that fight for the country, don't go through normal everyday things like you have done. We do a lot of things that people only see in movies and dream about. We are the people who stand up for the country, and there's a lot of very gruesome things that they have to do and that I have had to do to guarantee our rights as American citizens. And I need people to understand that we're not just in movies, we're not fake, we're real and we're here, we're a part of you, and we've had to deal with a lot of things a lot of people haven't.
And how can people get information on this club?
People can contact me through the school emails at capital D, lowercase Clark, with no E at the end, 470 at IWCC.edu, or call me if you need at 402-332-1200.
Thanks for joining us today on the Reiver Beat Spotlight. Remember, if you know someone who should be in the Reiver Beat Spotlight, let us know on our Reiver Beat Facebook page and be sure to like us while you're there. For the Reiver Beat, I'm IWTV student Jared Jensen. Back to you, Marie.
Thanks, Jared. Here's what's coming up on the Reiver Beat this week. A campus-wide food drive to help Mom's Place in Council Bluffs is taking place Monday, November 5th through Friday, November 9th. All donations will be accepted in the Student Center. Mom's Place is accepting canned vegetables and fruits, noodles, rice, cereal, coffee, sugar, instant potatoes, soup, and more. No ramen noodles, please. An informative speech contest is open to any student on campus. It will be held Tuesday, November 13th. Sign-up sheets and contest rules are available in Nicole Jurenick's office in Stewart, 1133. First prize will take home $100, so don't wait to sign up. Like the Reiver Beat on Facebook. We'd love to hear from you. You can find all of the latest events happening on the campus of Iowa Western, plus send us your story ideas. For the Reiver Beat, I'm Marie Zeitner. See you on campus.
Thanks for watching this week's Council Bluffs News. If you have any questions, comments, or story ideas, email us at cbtv@iwcc.edu, call us at 712-325-3312, or send us a message on Facebook. You can find us at facebook.com/cbtv17. For your Council Bluffs News, I'm James Lathrop. See you next week.